Hello, music lovers! Welcome to the Squiggle Span.
Squiggly.
Brought to you by Rock the Alphabet here on MM Radio.
That's it.
Hello, music lovers, and welcome to another Backstage Pass here on the Squiggle Span. On the line, I have founder and CEO of Rock the Alphabet, Chris the Boss Man Wyett. How's it going, Chris?
Hi, it's very good to talk to you again, Squiggly.
Thanks, brother. I really appreciate the opportunity to get to talk with you. And our first question is the obvious one. How did you get started?
All right. Well, you could either call it a short story or a long story. But so 2020, COVID years, everyone was, down. They were depressed. I started working on creating this playlist for my wife, actually, for our anniversary. It would have been that would have been our 10-year anniversary, actually.
Nice.
So, putting all this effort and work into creating this playlist for all the rock love songs and whatnot. And, day of, I give it to her on Spotify or whatever. And she's like, oh, well, thanks. Yeah. Apparently she's just not into rock right now. So,
Oops. Ouch.
in order to spite her, I decided I'd create a playlist that other people would actually enjoy. No. But yeah, we've been happily married for a while now.
Nice.
And, that's kind of how we act to each other.
Right.
But so
That's cool.
I spent the next 3 months of the year in 2020 creating all the playlists that are basically here and currently live. The playlist that I created for her is the L playlist. I mean, for love songs, L.
Right, all love songs. Your typical mixtape.
Yeah, your typical mixtape, except in the 21st century, right?
Right.
So yeah, that's kind of how we started. That January of 2021 is when I started the actual Facebook page for it. We kind of went live then. First inviting friends and family and everything. Started with 50 likes or something, or 50 followers.
Nice.
And just continued to grow. I did advertising and just continued to grow, and now we have almost 4,000 now after a little over 3 years. So
wow,
we've been doing pretty great.
Cool. So you started up the Rock the Alphabet Facebook page to promote your Spotify playlists then?
Exactly. And, I had fun with it, and, the COVID, depressed all sorts of people. So my theme, I guess you could say, was just being lighthearted, making bad jokes, the actual like dad jokes,
right,
being really sarcastic, make people smile a little bit, and then rock out to the playlists and everything like that. So, what the world needs is music. So
can't argue with that.
That helped me through. That helped me through the COVID years, and that's basically where we're at now. So
nice, that's cool. I know when I first came across Rock the Alphabet, I was caught by your witty remarks, and I thought, hey, this guy's got a good sense of humor.
Well, I don't know if you'd say that, but
well,
I laughed in my own head. Other people probably, but
right. Well, I'm usually laughing in my own head most of the time anyway, and everyone's always staring at me like, "What are you laughing at?" And I always look back and be like, "You wouldn't understand." So on Facebook that first year, how did you get the You Rock Week started?
So You Rock Week came about because when I started doing the Facebook page there, I was starting to follow all sorts of bands, the underground, the
Right.
unsigned,
Right.
independent artists that don't get much exposure at all.
Okay, I
And
see.
what I came to realize is, man, these guys are really, really good. I mean,
Right.
if they only had the chance to get exposed a little bit, then, I mean, you would be listening to these people on the radio all the time.
Exactly. Right.
So this was my way of trying to, help show them off, I guess. Let the world, know all about them.
Right. Right. Helping them get
So
some
first,
exposure.
exactly. So I picked, I think, 6 bands that first year. We did the interviews and got to know them a little bit better, and so we just pick a week for U Rock Week, usually in the summer, and every day each band has everything that we post is for this band. We post the music, we post the interviews. At that time, the first week, we didn't have you, so you're in charge of all the reviews and everything, because I'm not a I'm not a reviewer or a writer or anything like that. So.
Well, right. But at first, I didn't really consider myself a writer, but I guess you learn along the way, and I'm really surprised and amazed at how well the reviews are being received, and I'm really appreciative of all the positive comments and stuff from all the bands that have written in, and
Yeah, exactly. So,
that's cool. So, how did you come up with your questions for your interviews?
I kind of looked around at other interviews of, magazines or whatever, newspapers, articles, kind of the types of questions that they would ask. But then I also added a bunch of, fun questions, I guess. We've
Right,
kind of
right.
limited that recently, but
I see.
it kind of gets to know the artists themselves as people, I think, uh, rather than just focusing on the music kind of thing.
Right,
So,
right. Well, I know that first year, one of the bands you featured was Artifice, and I hadn't heard them before, but I was reading up on the page there about the band, and I was like, wow, okay. There's a lot of great music out there, and that's one of the things. A lot of people always complain that there's not any good music out there anymore, and I'm like, there is. You just
yeah,
you just gotta look for it.
exactly. Yeah, one of the things that we like doing for U Rock Week is, promoting these bands to radio stations, and, anyone that can hopefully promote them themselves. And I believe we got Artifice on a radio station here locally in Colorado, and hopefully Kilo still plays them every once in a while. Hopefully.
That's
Or
cool. That's
I know
cool.
where they live, or where their studio is. So.
We know where you live.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what do you say we play some Artifice here so people can get a chance to hear them again and get more acquainted with the band, and we'll come back after the tune.
Alrighty.
Face down, defeated, I've started over and over again. This scene repeated, always changing the script in my
Hi, this is Kay Cook Abbott from Saturday Country, and you are listening to the Squiggle Spin with my good friend Squiggly Myers.
Awesome. So that was ARTIFAS, just one of the many great bands that are featured on Rock the Alphabet and on the Spotify playlist. And they're really good. I really enjoyed their stuff. And I know when I first started coming to look at Rock the Alphabet back in, I guess, fall of 21, I was really liking what you had going. And then in 2022, I think it was February, I was reading through the comments on, I believe it was on the 22nd, and I was reading through the comments and the jokes and stuff, and I started to notice, I was like, hey, wait a minute, he didn't post any U2. How could you not post U2 on 2/22/22? I mean, really?
Right. I missed that one.
Yeah, I remember, I think it was close to the end of the day, I sent you a private message. I was like, hey, you forgot U2.
Exactly.
And I think it was just after that you sent me the invitation to join Rock the Alphabet as a contributor, and I was like, oh wow, I'm game.
Yeah, well, I was noticing your comments on a lot of the posts that I was doing, and you had the the bad funny jokes down pat, and like I need this guy working for this, and
Cool.
because he's right down exactly what I'm trying to do to this for Rock the Alphabet. So
I know, right?
it worked out perfectly. So
Yeah. Match made in heaven.
Exactly.
Yeah, when I was younger, I was really into those metal magazines, like Hit Parader and Metal Edge, stuff like that, and that's what I grew up on. So, then you invited me to come aboard, and I was like, wow, Rock the Alphabet it's like a web magazine. So, like growing up reading those magazines, and now I find myself working at one, and was shocked at the moment when you offered, and at first it was just a bunch of dad jokes and stuff like that, and then we started posting music videos and sharing our thoughts about different styles of music. And I remember writing an article about progressive rock and how it's evolved over the years.
Yep.
And it was a short article. I mean, it really, but it was really, really well received, and I was really surprised. And
Yep. It's still on our website and the blog page, so you'll have to check it out. Anybody who's listening.
And that was my initiation into the page and writing some articles, and then you asked me to do some reviews, and I was like, writing reviews. I don't know.
Yeah. So you came around in what was the February, right? So. We were just starting to get the artists together for the second U-Rock week for year 2. And I asked if you wouldn't mind doing some reviews for those artists. And they were just great. So I really appreciate that, because I think that was the missing piece for Rock the Alphabet, was doing more, reviews and stuff.
Yeah. And, like I said, I grew up reading those magazines, and I loved reading the reviews and seeing how they would describe, the bands and stuff and the music that they were playing. And I guess I based my reviews in the same way, putting my thoughts down on paper. And sometimes it's a first draft, sometimes it's a second draft.
Exactly.
But putting things together until, the idea comes through. And at first it was a little difficult, trying to get all my ducks in a row and putting my thoughts there. But now it's more, it flows more freely. And I believe it's because a lot of these bands we've been doing lately are phenomenal. And
exactly.
They're hidden gems that you wouldn't normally find on a commercial radio station.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember that second U-Rock week, you featured Shallowpoint, and I thought that was awesome because Shallowpoint's really the reason I got into Rock the Alphabet, because Heather, she's the one that sent me the invite to check out the page, and I did. I said, okay, yeah, I'll check it out, and then I got into it and started really liking what I saw. So I was like, yeah, good call, good page. So when I joined Rock the Alphabet and we did that second You Rock Week, I really wanted to show my appreciation to them for their help back then, and spread some Shallowpoint love into the world, and show some support for the band. And these guys, well, they're phenomenal. I mean, they've had their ups and downs, but they're still at it. They've been around for a while. They're still at it. They're still rocking. I know they just put out a new cover song. It's awesome. I mean, I really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah.
They did a really great job. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you say? Why don't we listen to some Shallowpoint next and give people a chance to check them out and hear their take on this song, and we'll come back after the break.
Sounds good.
This is the one and only Dr. Dog with my friend Squiggly Myers, rocking out to the Squiggly Spin. Rock on!
That was Shallowpoint, and that was awesome. I really love their cover of this song. Now, the original was released in 1979 by Joy Division.
Oh, yeah.
Then re-released again in 1994 by Nine Inch Nails for the movie The Crow.
Yeah, that was a good movie. It's going to be hard for them to match the greatness of that for the movie remake.
Yeah, I heard about them wanting to make a remake of it. And my first thought was, no, you're going to ruin it. Leave it alone. It's fine the way it is.
Exactly.
So, as far as the page, how did the structure of the page come about?
Well, I think it was you that suggested that we should all, have kind of a more stable structure. And, at that point, I was just kind of just posting whatever, whenever. And, yeah, it was a great idea. We were doing kind of what was Monday for new music. So I... luckily on Spotify, if I'm following an artist, so if I'm not following you on Spotify, then you got to message me, and so I can start following you. But they have the lists of all the artists that I'm following, and I can find out all the new music that they've just put out. And so I'll listen to all those, play them up, or put them on the various playlists, Every playlist that we have is a certain category, era of music, basically, yeah, anything like that. Whatever you're in the mood for, there's a playlist. We're on, at least 3 different playlists for every song at something. So that was Monday. Tuesday, we do the 2 for 2 or 2 for Tuesday. So we'll pick an artist, play a couple songs of theirs. Wednesday we do this week in rock. So we will research, major rock type music events of the this particular week throughout history. Yeah, we'll pick a few stories from that. Thursday, we do the Throwback Thursday. So, any, classic rock, oldies, 90s, who knows what now. We're all old now, so anything like that.
Yeah.
So Fridays, we we'll try to do our feature Fridays. And then you you take over the weekends pretty well.
Yeah, Saturdays we do cruising. And it's like a free-for-all. And then on Sundays we got the news going. And that's where we share all what's new in news. But we've been kind of lagging on that because a lot of work going on,
Yes.
So we're kind of backed up on that.
I feel super bad because my inbox on Rock the Alphabet is filling up and I have no time to respond to anybody. So I apologize to anyone. I am seeing it. I will respond as soon as I can.
Yeah, it's the same thing on this side, But, that's a good thing because I remember a time when we were emailing people and trying to get their permission to put their stuff up and do interviews and all that, and now it seems like it's the tables have turned. Now we're getting more requests and more emails than we can shake a stick at. But that's a good thing, Now that we don't have to be asking so much as far as that goes. The only one thing that I would emphasize is when a lot of the bands that want reviews and stuff and ask for reviews, we'll send out an artist bio form for them to fill out and to give us information on the band and stuff, and sometimes they have a hard time getting that back to us. So now we could do a review without it, but it's a lot easier with it. So, if you get one of those from us, please send it back as soon as possible because it really expedites the process. It's really important for them to get that back to us because, we get a lot of requests, and the ones that do return it are the ones that get, ahead of the line. So, it's sometimes hard to not be able to do all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, the Feature Fridays are a nice addition, and we started Fridays were kind of up in the air for a while, and then we kind of set on the Feature Fridays. It's basically the same as the U-Rock week, but on Fridays we just do the one artist. We might not go as in depth as U-Rock week, but it's still getting an artist out there.
Right. Well, that's what's cool about this, job is that we find people with incredible talent and that are deserving to be heard, and you won't normally find them on a regular radio station because radio stations they've got they got their financial backers and they get told who to play
it's
and
hard
whatnot.
to get anybody not mainstream on radio.
Right, exactly. So that's for sure.
Spotify has its pluses and minuses, but it's a great way to discover new artists for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's true. I know that when I suggested the structure for the week, that was just my OCD talking,
Yeah.
But a lot of those things I borrowed from those articles that I would read from those magazines growing up, and I remember back in the day when DJs used to do a 2 for Tuesday. They'd play AC/DC and then you'd get another one. I used to love that. That was awesome.
Yeah, going to college up in Fort Collins, listened to KBPI all the time, and they had a repeat offender, so they would play 2 songs from the same artists right after each other. We've kind of come up with that or done that a few times on the 2 for Tuesday.
That's funny, repeat offender. I like that. But yeah, that's basically the idea. Give people get their music out there and stuff, because it's hard to do it without financial backing. And these bands, they put their money all into recording, and
exactly.
Yeah, and then they find that their budget has reached the limit, so they can't afford any promotions. And well, that's why we exist. Anything we can do to help with promotions.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like as much friends as I can be with the band, right? But Five Iron Frenzy, grew up listening to them, and their latest album, which was, I think, in 2020, they actually did a to fund the album. They did the backers,
right,
and they got their goal within like 10 minutes or something like that.
Wow!
To fully fund I think they hold a record now of how fast they were able to get their goal, and they got like $100,000 more than they needed. I mean, stuff like that just shows that people do really love music, even if they're not quote unquote mainstream.
Right. True.
I was so impressed, and now they're starting to do live shows again after COVID.
Yeah.
Got to see them last year. They're going to be up in Fort Collins again next month, I believe.
Sweet, cool.
Probably be going to them. So
cool, yeah. They got a pretty good sound going there. They're rock ska. Ska. That's cool. I've always loved ska.
Yeah. It's a nice twist, I think. I would say anyone that plays ska just looks like they're having a blast playing.
Yeah, definitely.
They just look like a happy little kid, just doing exactly what they love.
Yeah, and those guys, they sound like they're having a blast. So that's awesome. I'm glad they were able to come around, and we were able to give them a hand and get their music out there so people can hear it. And I'm glad to get to know them, and that's awesome.
Yeah. We did an interview with Lenore. She's the saxophone player. So we I guess, did a raffle for a signed album that they were gracious enough to give us.
Cool,
So
cool.
we sent that out a few years ago, now. So
Yeah, and that's what's cool about the Featured Friday, because it's like a miniature You Rock Week, like you said, you know.
exactly.
Yeah, so we're able to feature bands on a monthly basis
Exactly, and
on those
it,
Fridays.
it's not as much work as a full week because we do put a lot of work into each one of those.
Yeah, tell me about it. But that's the funny thing when I did the first you Rock Week with you guys. That's how I ended up on MM Radio, because Magpie was reading through some of the reviews, and he's like, "Hey, you think you do that on the radio?" I was like, "Sure." I've always been told that I got a face for radio, so why not?
Exactly. Yeah, Magpie, he emailed me pretty much right after that U-Rock week, that first U-Rock week that you did the reviews, and he's like, "Yeah, we need this for our internet radio," and I was like, "Well, I'm not the one writing it, but I'll definitely give you the info
Right? Yeah.
of you, Squiggly." And yeah, I think we've had a pretty good partnership ever since, really. So
Yeah, we're working up on our second season here. We're almost finishing up our second season, and coming up is our third season. And I was like, wow, third season, that's crazy. I didn't expect to go past the pilot, but people seem to enjoy what I say, what I'm contributing. So I'm very pleased with it. I'm very happy to help out, and we always say, we're sponsored by Rock the Alphabet. So if it wasn't for Rock the Alphabet and you guys, we wouldn't know half these bands to be able to get them out there. So
exactly.
like this last You Rock Week we did this past year, we did TetraSphere, and those guys are awesome. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you talk about making friends and stuff, and I've become real good friends with Brian Hyder and the rest of the band.
Yeah, they've been great.
Yeah, they're all Facebook friends of mine. Now they've released their album, The Fourth World, and we were able to do a review of that album, this past
that
week.
Was, there was you did that as a surprise for them, right?
Yeah, I did that as a surprise because I didn't want to let on, because I was still immersed in the album itself, because I was like, wow, this is amazing. There's a lot of content to sort through, to be able to give a good review. So I had to go through it.
Oh,
to know what to say, and so that's what's cool about TetraSphere. I mean, they remind me a lot of Rush too, because like, that's pretty cool. I grew up on this kind of stuff, and I really enjoy it, and this is my that's my happy place.
Exactly.
So I could listen to these guys all day.
And then you just click on our S playlist, which is progressive rock, right? Symphonic, progressive, yeah.
yeah, and that's what's cool about the playlist on Spotify for Rock the Alphabet. There's really a lot of content, a lot of stuff, a lot of songs. I guess that's why we use that motto, A to Z. We have a playlist for you. So
exactly.
My first interview this past year was with Brian, and it was a great honor to be able to get to sit down and talk with him. And it was our first backstage pass, and I was real nervous, but right from the beginning, Brian made me feel at ease, and listening to him answer the questions and stuff, and talking with them, after a while, I felt like I was talking to someone I've known for a long time. So it was a great experience for me.
Exactly.
It was an honor being able to sit down and chat with Brian. He's real down to earth, and he's a great guy. I mean, it was good. I was really pleased.
The backstage passes are the new thing that we've been doing this year, or this last year. Doing the more audio or video type interviews. You've done a bunch. We just started doing the venue backstage pass, so we're just got done with the Mishawaka. We posted that backstage pass in January, I believe. Yeah, so same with bands. I mean, these local venues, I mean, they're awesome places to play, and that's where you really find all these good under the radar type bands. Is all these local venues.
Right, right. And there's a lot of great bands out there, and I know we've got to meet a few.
Yep,
Like
exactly.
TetraSphere and Shallowpoint, Five Iron Frenzy, Modern Fossils, Acid Claw.
Yeah, Alex Bracey, Weatherward, man, right? We see Rock Week people, and they're all great, all great. But yeah, that's what makes these playlists so special, is because if you're a hard rock category, you go to H playlist, you'll listen to Metallica, and then you'll listen immediately to Shallowpoint. I mean, we don't differentiate. If you're hard rock or heavy metal or something, you go all in that playlist. So it attracts the people that like the popular music, but then they introduce themselves to these other bands, and then our main goal is to attract new listeners to these underground bands. So.
Yeah. And that's what attracted me to MM Radio, because they're basically doing the same thing, And I truly believe that the more music we can get out into the world, the better, and helping out these bands and stuff. And so why don't we listen to some TetraSphere next and check them out so people can get to hear them. And we'll come back after the break.
Yep.
listening to The Squiggle Spin with Squiggle Myers, brought to you by Rock the Alphabet.
All right, that was TetraSphere, and they're an awesome band. Those guys are incredible musicians. And they got their new album out, The Fourth World Part 1, which hints at there being more parts, and that's awesome,
Yeah, can't wait.
Definitely looking forward to Part 2 of TetraSphere's album.
Exactly.
In the meantime, though, I shall consume The Fourth World Part 1. So most people might not know this about Rock the Alphabet, but I hear tell that there is a merch store.
Yeah, so my wife, who's very supportive of Rock the Alphabet,
Cool.
said, this doesn't make any money. Why are you paying all this money for for the website and everything else that's involved in the advertising and everything if we aren't getting anything back? And we're like, well, it's I don't charge the artists for any of this stuff because they're good enough to be out there without I'm not one of those people that it's pay to play.
Right.
I just want to play. So
Right.
I don't charge artists for any of this stuff. So if you're an artist that haven't been on Feature Friday, just hit us up and we'll get it started.
Yep.
But yeah, the merch store we came about just a way to kind of supplement the costs associated with Rock the Alphabet, to keep it being free for the artists. So any donations or merchandise that you all do, goes to support all these artists. So,
Right.
I guess in a way, if you feel like donating or buying something, we have plenty of stuff on stock.
Yep.
But it's all on our website. All of our blogs and reviews, all of our interviews are all on the website. Again, been pretty busy and haven't been able to put a lot of the Feature Friday artists on there yet, but eventually it'll happen.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah. It's coming.
Definitely coming.
If anybody's like a whiz at IT,
We could use a good IT guy. Yeah, we got a good set of people working, but we could use an IT guy.
exactly. We've got a fun crew for sure.
We got a great bunch of people working alongside us, but there's always room for more. So if anyone wants to join up,
Exactly.
any Oompa Loompas out there that are out of work now, since the chocolate factory shut down, we'll take it. But mostly, we're very appreciative of all the comments and all the messages that we've been getting from people, and all the bands that have asked for reviews and asked for Feature Fridays, because that's what Rock the Alphabet is here for. It'll help promote bands and help get their music out into the world so that more people can hear it and enjoy it, because that's what we're all about. That's what it's all about. Getting the music out there. And
Exactly.
that's why I always say life is short. Don't forget to turn up the music, and it's the truth. Without music, the world would be flat.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The more people that like, comment, and share, the more our word spreads.
Exactly.
And then the more that particular artist or whatever post gets more known. So
Right.
all we can do is ask the listeners to, like, comment, share. It's all free. So
Yeah. So we've got the Facebook page, and then there's the official website, rockthealphabet.com, where people can go and read all the reviews and stuff, and check out the articles we've posted over the past couple of years. And I hear we also have a YouTube page up.
Yes, so we started that. We started that early this year also. Basically to put all of our backstage passes in one place. I'm sure more stuff will eventually pop in there, but then I have a nice. I can start following all these bands on that we find throughout all this and then I can start following them on YouTube as well. So if you see that we follow you, any artists, feel free to follow us back, and hopefully we'll all grow.
Right, we'll all grow, definitely. Yeah, and and it's music is worldwide, so we're not just stuck to one country. I mean, this year on the Squiggle Spin, we've had bands from the UK, from Canada, from the United States, from Germany. I mean, just recently we had one from South Korea. So yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't matter where you're at. If you're in Indonesia and you got a band and you need help promoting, hey, hit us up. We're here to help.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whatever we can do to help promote the music, we're all for it.
Exactly. I always make a point for every U Rock Week to, not just be a U.S. thing. I pick Canada. UK has a lot of good music. We did Norway. A lot of stuff coming out of Norway, Sweden. So it's all over the place for sure. Australia, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, Australia. Christopher Batlana. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's why I love working here at Rock the Alphabet, because the more people are coming in and joining the page and hitting the like and hitting the follow button, that's awesome. I mean,
yeah, as long as more people keep following us, then we'll always continue to grow, right?
Right. Well, it's like my dad used to say, there's only two things in life, and if you're going to look for a job, you can either be a mortician or you can be an accountant, because everybody dies and everybody pays taxes. But I think we can add music promotion to that, because there's always a band that he's promoting. So, yeah.
So, yeah. Rock the Alphabet has definitely, I think, evolved over the years and went more towards promotion rather than the playlist. But, I still get feedback from people all over saying that, playlists are awesome because they're, we don't limit it to, 30, 40 songs. These are thousands and thousands of songs that you can just start playing and just forget about it. And you get such a mix of different bands from these playlists. Right. I mean, it would take you months and months to get through all the playlists, because Spotify limited me to 10,000 songs, which I really hate, but I hit that magic number last. I had to split it in half and make an E squared playlist. So it's I literally went down the list of everyone on the E playlist, and every other song I would transfer over. So you got the same mix of artists, same mix of albums, same mix of type of music, and it's just the continuation of it.
Right. So if anyone wants to listen to our playlist there on Spotify, at Rock the Alphabet, you don't have to worry about having to put a playlist together for yourselves, because the boss man here has done all the dirty work for you.
Yeah. We've spent months and months curating this. So.
Yeah. We appreciate you, boss man, for all your hard work and your efforts and putting all these playlists together. And I mean, that's awesome. It's always great to discover new music. And with the playlist here on Spotify, you've made that a whole lot easier for everyone. So, my hat's off to you. Because it's great to be able to just hit play and just, forget it. And you go on with your day. You keep, do what you got to do. Do your work and let the music just flow.
Exactly. That's what our whole goal was. So, and then you're listening to these, and then you hear a band that you've never heard of, and they're just awesome.
Right.
And you're like, who are these people? And then, Then you invest into that, and you look at their albums, you buy their albums, you support those artists that you've never heard about before this playlist. So.
Yeah, you're not kidding, because thanks to Rock the Alphabet, I've traveled down the musical rabbit hole myself, discovering new artists and discovering new music out there. And that, my friend, is a beautiful thing,
There are beauties in the eye of the beholder. And I'm not a peep or anything, but I guess he knows what he's talking about. So,
Right?
see, that's one of those jokes that I laugh more about it in my head than probably you guys.
Right. Right. Well, you never know because there's people out there that reciprocate and understand, and I know I can relate. So
But,
I know we got U Rock Week coming up this year, and
yep, I'm just about to start mailing bands, see if they're interested. So keep your eyes on your emails.
yes, definitely. And when we start up season 3, we'll start off with bands from the U Rock Week list, and we'll go from there. And,
Exactly.
so, boss man, it's been awesome talking with you and getting a chance to know you and Rock the Alphabet and what we do around here, and giving us all a sneak peek into the insanity behind the curtain.
Exactly. Yep. I appreciate all your effort there too, Squiggly. So I can't do this without you. Everyone else here kind of sucks. So, you're the one good employee.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, there is Lunch Lady Doris.
Yeah. Make the good sloppy Joe, right?
Oh, yeah. I love her sloppy joes. Man, making me hungry.
You want them sloppy? Yeah.
Well, thanks, boss man. I appreciate you. I appreciate your sponsorship of the Squiggles Band, and we'll catch you around, and hopefully we can do this again sometime soon.
Yep. Take care, and everyone keep on rocking out.
Well, music lovers, that has been another Backstage Pass here on the Squiggles Band. I want to thank Chris, the boss man Wyett, for being my guest today. It's been a pleasure talking with him and getting to know him. And hopefully we can do this again sometime real soon. This is Squiggly Myers reminding everyone, life is short, my friends. Don't forget to turn up the music.